Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Visionary Voices. I'm your host, Carlton Burns, the realtor. I am licensed in the state of Maryland. So, if you're looking for a place to call home or you're planning to sell, find a new and better home, whatever the situation may be, go ahead and reach out to me. My email is carltonburnsrealtor@gmail.com. Cell number is 360-402-6439. So, the topic for today is a little guide for first time home buyers. So, to all first time home buyers out there, whether you're in Maryland or any other states, I'm not sure all the same rules apply, but generally speaking, it should help you out. So, let's begin. So, firstly, are you ready to purchase? Because not everybody is currently ready. They might say they're ready, but realistically, they might be ready 6 months to a year from now, and that's okay. Do not want to rush the process. You want to take as much time as you need to get yourself prepared because this is a big financial investment you're making. Now, the reason I ask if you're ready, because I don't know if you're keeping up with the current market, but the interest rates are high, so that is affecting a lot of buyers' decisions. And it doesn't mean you can't necessarily get a house, just means what you can afford might be you know, something you got to work with for the time being. But further down the line, you probably invest in something else. Now, due to the higher interest rates and you know many different situations that's going on, it's important to have a budget in place. To make sure you're keeping track of your finances, you're able to have that financial stability, such as a savings or making sure you're taking care of everything you need to. And as far as debts go, credit as well, that's a big thing. Now, if you do plan to finally go out and get you a home, it's important you get pre-approved first. So with a pre-approval, you can use two different type of loans. There's the FHA conventional loan, and for my military vets out there, there's a VA loan, of course. And with each loan, it has different kinds of stipulations and things you must qualify for. A couple of them is, of course, with your FICO score. With the FHA loan, the lowest FICO score you can have is 580 with a minimum down payments of 3.5%. Now, if your FICO score is lower than 580, you have to put up a higher down payment amount of 10% of the loan. So keeping that in mind, of course, you want to increase your credit score, to get a more favorable loan, rates, of course. And with the FHA loan, your debt to income ratio must be at 45%. No, 43%. I'm sorry. And it's capped at 43%. Now, debt to income ratio just means that, your debt shouldn't over exceed your income levels. Make sure you're able to actually live, in the home you're pursuing. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you can barely afford to move around and enjoy the property you live in. That'll be counterproductive. Now, with the FHA loan, mortgage insurance is required, for the entire loan, if your down payment is less than 10%. So keeping that in mind for FHA loans, if you do want to consider that route, it's always a good option. Just depends on your situation, of course. Now, with a conventional loan, the credit score requirement is at 620. Now, if you do need help with your credit repair, I know a great credit repair specialist. Just reach out to me. I can connect you to her, and she'll help you out with that process. But yes, credit score limit for conventional loans is 620. Now, the debt to income ratio for a conventional loan is 45%. So, using that plus the minimum down payment of 3.3%, with private mortgage insurance, or 20% without it. Now, private mortgage insurance insures the lender in case you, the customer, either defaults over the life of the loan, because they have to protect themselves as well. It's reasonable. And with that, conventional loan is a property appraisal. Just make sure the property is in good condition, the value of the home is consistent with the current market, and just make sure you can your money's worth. Now, You have your pre-approval ready. You got either FHA, conventional loan, and for my military vets out there, I actually did a episode regarding VA loans and its benefits. But with the VA loan, you got to make sure you have your certificate of eligibility, COE. You probably heard this from your VA loan lender, but COE is just making sure you're eligible for a VA loan. Now you don't have to pay for one. For all the my veteran listeners out there, you can go to a website. It's www.ebenefits.va.gov. That's ebenefits.va.gov. You don't have to pay for a COE. You just got to go to the site, log on, fill in information, and from there you'll be able to move on to the process of finding you and your family a home, or just whatever. Now, the next process after that is finding a realtor, right? The importance of a realtor is to help narrow down the decision process because, if you go into the market, you see all these kinds of homes, may not know exactly what you're looking for, or you probably do. There's nothing wrong with that, but of course, you want to avoid window shopping, as long as possible because the home that you might want, might not be on the market for that long. So having a realtor that understands your needs, whatever your needs may be, maybe you're looking to find a nice home in the city, or in Baltimore City, of course, or prefer to move out to Baltimore County. There's Towson, there's Owings Mills, it's Coggiesville, it's Parkville, White Marsh. It's many places in Maryland, but assessing your needs is very important. Maybe you want a nice little decent home, nothing too big, or maybe you're looking for a big home. You got a big family, or you plan to have a big family, or whatever the case or your needs may be. Having that realtor by your side to understand what exactly you need will help ease the process of finding you the perfect home. And of course, not all realtors are made the same. It's important you have a good connection with a realtor. Make sure you feel like they're understanding your needs, they're with you along the process because they will help you narrow down exactly what you're looking for and make sure you're getting exactly what you want with your money. Now, after that is, of course, the different property types, which comes in with the realtor as well. But if you know the kind of home you're looking for, whether in Maryland there's row homes, aka townhomes, split levels, multifamily, condos. It's many different kinds of property types here in Maryland. I'm sure in different states as well. But you just got to make sure you're looking for the right locations. Maybe you're more of a city type of person, or maybe you like something with a little bit more space. I know in the city portion, parking is a little tricky unless you have your own parking garage and everything. But no, another important factor to consider, if you, at least here in Maryland, is ground rent. Now, ground rent exists mostly in the city portion of Maryland and Baltimore City. Ground rent is pretty much just the owner owns the land, but everything on top of it they do not own. However, you do have to pay a pretty much ground rent to the person who owns the land. Now you can redeem it. You could go to it's the SDAT website, whatever it's called. I looked it up earlier. That's funny, but you just type in redeem ground rent and be able to have the option of redeeming it, so you don't have to pay for it. But if you do, decide to find a home in Baltimore City, do keep in mind ground rent, any HOAs or other fees, in that purchase. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You want to make sure you're in the right location. You're looking for the right property type. Make sure you're very well prepared. Again, if you need credit help, I do know credit repair specialists that help you get your situation situated, because the better your credit score, and the better affordability of the loan you'll be able to have. And that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, carltonburnsrealtor@gmail.com, or my cell number is 360-402-6439. I'm located in Maryland. My brokerage is on real estate located down in Landover, Maryland. Now, you can reach out to me or my brokerage, and anybody at the team will be able to help you out. But that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys learned something. Got any questions, definitely reach out to me. You follow me on Instagram, Carlton Burns Realtor everywhere. Now I have a YouTube, Visionary Voices. I think it's VV Podcast. Just search up one of those two. You should be able to find it. And thank you guys for listening. You have a good rest of your day.